Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Massive Action Real Estate Chicks.
Heck yeah.
I know what today is again.
Oh gosh, what is it?
Today is Thursday, July the 30th.
Oh, okay.
It is, because tomorrow is First Friday, August the 1st.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, tomorrow's the 1st of August.
We don't have 31 days in this month?
30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31.
It's July.
July has 31.
It's July.
In June.
No, it's July.
You're right. So Friday.
But I don't know how you
is
remember
July
that.
31st.
I don't know how you remember that.
I was still right. Today was the 30th, though.
No, it is. You're totally right about that.
Do I still get a cookie? I get a cookie.
You definitely do. But how do you remember that riddle?
I don't
30
know.
days.
Half September,
What?
April,
Has September?
or half. It's
Half?
Yeah,
Okay,
30
okay.
days, half September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February, that has 28 and 29 on leap year.
That does not rhyme.
No.
It does not end in a rhyme.
No.
I'm disappointed. Okay, that's okay.
But it's
moving
with
on.
me.
You did, yeah.
Like PEMDAS, please excuse my dear
Aunt Sally.
Sally.
Yeah, yeah.
Or
Which,
Susie.
if you look on Facebook, there's a lot of debates about that one.
Yeah.
A lot of debates on whether or not you multiply first or add first or shut up.
You
Let's go back
multiply
to
and divide left, right.
yes, and then you got to do the parentheses. Those are number one.
Yes,
please,
parentheses
please,
first, and then exponents. They're not interchangeable.
Yes.
And then multiplication, division, just left to right.
Yeah.
Addition, subtraction, just left to right.
Yeah, it's not that hard. There are so many, but they're fun.
Yeah.
Those are fun to find out and watch people argue over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, especially because really, according to most people, there's no like right answer, so it just goes on forever. Like those conversations.
Yeah, that's why they
go
get a
on
lot of
forever.
hits.
Yeah.
True story. Yeah, true story. Anyways, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm holding my microphone today. It's a little bit different. We're trying different arrangements.
Yeah. And
in our
funny
space
story.
here. Yeah.
Sorry about last week's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't really know what happened.
That's okay.
Just calling out technical
And if
difficulties.
you don't know what we're talking about, it's because you don't watch our podcast.
Yeah. Check out the last one.
Yeah, go watch it. It's funny.
Yeah,
It's
you
about
have to
me.
watch it till the
Hello.
end
Yeah.
to be able to know.
To the very end. But
Yeah.
we did something.
Yes, we did.
I'm so excited about it too.
I am too.
I'm super stoked.
You sure?
No. Okay, fine. So I don't know if you know this, but Miss Heather here, she's got daughters, not dollars.
I have $3 also.
She has 3 daughters. And last night at like, I don't know, 9:30, this girl texts me and says, hey, my daughter Sydney has kind of shown some interest in producing and helping us with this. Would you mind if she comes tomorrow? And I'm like, dead to the world because I'm watching TV.
Yeah.
No, I
And
don't
it's
care.
like 9:30.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
I don't care. I have no idea what that even means.
Is this
I
tomorrow?
figured Sydney would just be like sitting in the corner watching us. No. This girl set up everything. She got it all. She even gave us a new intro.
Yeah.
She's like creative minded.
Yeah.
Girl,
Which
she's
you will have already
beyond.
seen by the time you're watching this because she's going to edit the video for us and put it together.
So we wanted to introduce you guys to our new production agent.
Yes.
We're gonna call
Would you?
her.
Yes.
Yeah, she's maybe doing a tiny bit of an internship here with us. So this is Sydney. Say hello.
Sydney. Hi, Sydney. Here, do you want to sit on my lap?
Yeah, there you go. Sit on Mama Bear's lap.
That's right.
Yeah.
This is my daughter, Sydney. Sydney, give us a little bit of an introduction. Who are you?
My name's Sydney,
Yes. Yes.
and I've always kind of liked working with technology and being involved when it comes to work.
I love it too. Sydney is going to be 13 at the end of July. She's going, or the end of August. Yeah, we're in the end of July. She's right. August, the end of August is her birthday. She'll be 13. She's going to be in middle school this year. And she is correct. She's very adept at technology and has always picked it up very easily. And she had some suggestions that I was like,
I love suggestions.
I love suggestions. I was like, girl, would you come in? So,
Yeah.
Sydney, we are so glad to have you.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
You guys should have like one of the funny part of your podcast should be like a traditional tea time or like a gossip. So like
Well, I can definitely gossip about real estate.
like any
Tea time.
realtors.
Do we have like
or-
the imaginary teacup? Is it like, are we that exaggerated or are we actually
You
in
guys could have like something that you could have in the camera. Like if you had, I could probably even put something on the wall that's like a banner and it says tea time or whatever. But you guys have to have a word for it because you don't have to. Like this is just a recommendation, but you guys can use it like in them.
I like that idea.
I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know me, like I censor tea. I do not like gossip. I don't talk about people. If I have something to say,
But girl, there's
I
so
say it
much.
straight to your
But
face.
listen, there's a difference between personal
But-
gossip and real estate gossip.
I will agree.
Ay, ay,
I
ay.
love the idea of being able to just talk about, because honestly, my philosophy in business is raise the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Raise the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're out there doing shady work,
Nope. Hashtag nope.
nope.
Hashtag nope.
Raise the bar. Raise the bar for yourself. Raise the bar for everybody else.
But here's something cool that happened this week.
Yes.
Closed on a property yesterday
Uh-huh.
for an investor. He lives in Vegas. I've been dealing with his whole house here. It's been a little bit of a stressful process because it was a little bit of a investor house, and we were showing it mostly to end users
Yeah.
or owner occupants.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a struggle. It's been on the market for a little while. COVID did not help, let me tell you. And then, but we got it closed.
Yay!
Cash deal. Closed early, super excited. He's thrilled. The buyers are very happy. So that one was done. A little bit of drama happened in that. Cool beans.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, we close on another property.
Yay!
Which I'm very excited about because there has been some stressful moments in that. The seller is absolutely wonderful and I adore the seller to the end of times, and I always will. It's just been a little bit of a stressful process.
Yes, and a big change. Big
Yeah,
move.
yes, for the seller. Very emotional move for the seller. This was a home that they built for themselves. They loved it. They really thought they would move in there and love it and live there forever with their children. Didn't work out, so now the process of selling it is pretty emotional. So it's been interesting. Like I said to you earlier, pre us getting on here, I've been listening to Ryan Serbian. And he's $1 million, that's not really a big deal, but $1 million listings is what he's on with Bravo. And this guy is phenomenal. And he really does want to put knowledge out there. Because he had an agent tell him, I'm not helping you, essentially. In his first, he was reaching out for help and the agent was like, nope. So,
I've experienced that.
yeah, for sure.
So.
We all have as new agents for sure, but he puts his knowledge out there. But anyways, the reason I say all that is one of the things that he was talking about was the stages of either purchasing or selling. There really are stages for each person through that process. And one of the things that he said that rang so true was as agents, we get the brunt of it. We get the brunt of it. We get those emotional phone calls. We get those breakdowns. We get those I'm canceling. We get those this house has too many inspection issues. We have to take on all of that. My husband calls it the emotional roller coaster because I may be smooth sailing for my clients, but I also then have to get it out somewhere.
Right,
And my
sure.
Asian husband has to be the one sometimes to take that brunt. So it's just kind of interesting the way that these processes go, but it's getting sold tomorrow. And I'm so
Yes.
stoked. She is stoked. She really is. She's happy. It's an emotional process for her. But yeah, never a dull moment.
Never, ever, ever a dull moment.
No. Okay, so you know what we're doing today?
No.
We're talking about Heather. Because last week we talked about Maxie.
Yes.
And this week we're going to talk about you.
Well, I think that as much fun as it is to just listen to us talk about real estate, I think what makes you and I extra is our personalities. And so hopefully getting to talk about us a little bit and that relatability.
Yeah.
Anyways, so go ahead.
So let's intro you. Who the heck are you?
I'm super awkward about talking about myself.
That's okay.
It's funny because when Sydney got up here, I was like, oh my gosh, no maternity test needed. She's mine. This is exactly how I will be. Totally, I could talk about anybody else and then talk about me, and I'm like, I have brown hair. And I have brown eyes.
Okay, well, we now have seen inside your soul. Okay.
So you go ahead.
Okay, well, since you are just a book for us to read, I will ask some questions then.
Short, very quick synopsis is that I have 3 daughters, and I am 37 years old. I am relatively new into real estate, but I have my background is in business, and I am really excited to be here.
Cool. All right, well,
Yeah.
let's get with the questions then. Here's a first, here you go. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Do you believe in aliens?
Do I believe in aliens? So
Footnote, this may be a controversial answer. Please do not judge her for what she has to say.
Honestly,
on the following answer.
I am pretty transparent. I think, and wow, this went deep pretty quick actually.
I know.
I think that for most people, the concept of aliens, the reason that that's a hard question for people is because it kind of contradicts some of maybe their other beliefs. And so it's kind of difficult to, like, if we accept that, then what else?
That's why I said this is a controversial question.
But I will say this, to believe that we are they've already, been able to, with telescopic abilities, evidence that there are other planets that have water and oxygen and are capable of sustaining life. So for us to believe that we are the only planet in all of the universe that has any kind of life developing on it, I think would be very small-minded.
Interesting. Okay, I think we should stop there.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a good answer. We won't go much deeper. Because that, I feel like, is another podcast and something completely not in our thing.
Totally, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not talking religion here.
Yeah, no. Would you rather get a facial or a massage?
A massage.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I like a facial, but I feel like a facial is kind of like a massage for your face.
Just your face.
And I would rather have a full body massage.
Full body massage.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Is there a food you've surprisingly never had?
Certainly not that I know of. I mean, I've never eaten shark. I've never eaten shark.
Okay.
And it's something that I would eat if given the opportunity. I have a very open palate.
Okay.
Very open palate. I'll try just about anything.
I'm pretty sure I've had shark.
You know what? And I'll tell you, actually, there's a lot of things I haven't eaten yet. Yesterday, I was I was actually playing music videos on YouTube, and then this little video ad came up in between, and it was these two girls in some sort of rainforest. I don't know where they were, but they had these big black spiders. They were alive in a big white bowl, probably 20 of them, just crawling around each other. Big black spiders. And they put them, I was like, and they were going to eat these spiders. And so then I was concerned. I was like, do the spiders bite? How are they going to go about eating these spiders? So they put some kind of liquid on the spiders that the spiders quit moving very quickly. So I don't know, it clearly wasn't water. I don't know what it was. And then they fried them and with vegetables and onions and peppers and seasoning. And by the time they came out, they still looked like black spiders that were all I would have ate one of those spiders though. I would have eaten one. It looked good. They were crunchy when the girls ate them.
We can't be friends.
I would have ate one.
We can't be friends. No, I'm done.
Actually, just shut it down.
Just cancel.
We're done. Yeah.
Cancel. So, okay, weird, whatever.
I am in fact
on my camera and then we could keep filming.
Oh.
I am actually the weirdest person I know. You have all the good ideas.
Wait. Wait. Just keep going everything.
Okay, so that's interesting. But we can't be friends anymore, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't need to be your friend to be your business partner, do I?
Maybe easier that way.
Okay. So this question was asked to me last week, and it didn't make the cut. But I want to ask you the question now.
Okay.
Because if you know me, you know this is a very important thing to me.
Yeah.
Where do you want to travel to the most? If you will remember, my answer was Cabo. Go ahead.
I am, and my daughter Sydney is here, and I get to witness to her and manifest this ish into existence. That was an intentional filter, by the way. Maldives.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah.
We are going.
We are going.
And I'm gonna wake up in the morning and walk to the edge of the dock there, right outside the bedroom, and jump into the ocean.
Cool.
And I can't wait.
When?
Cool.
I don't have a time specifically that
go?
you and your sisters and me and Moxie and her husband.
Where is that?
We'll find out. We'll figure it out.
Is it in Australia?
What is? I don't either.
Is
I
it
should. No.
So the question from the peanut gallery was, is that in Australia?
Yeah.
And we both looked at each other questioningly because
I don't think so.
Geography, not my strong suit.
Yeah.
I did love my geography teacher though because he was fun, but I didn't pay attention.
It's funny, I loved my biology teacher for the same reason.
Yeah, I had a
Seventh grade.
science teacher in
Oh.
10th grade. That
Yeah.
was very cute. So anyways, I don't know where the Maldives are.
But we are gonna go there, and that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
And it's short of, so my idea of paradise is one, home
Okay.
sanctuary.
Yep.
We've got a specific plan of action and a timestamp of next spring to have some specific things done at home so that we have some relaxation there. And then my far away, I want to go there, is definitely the Maldives.
I think Maldives.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Okay. So how do you deal with stress?
Ooh.
Act like your daughter's not here. How
Yeah.
do you deal with stress?
Honestly, I listen to a lot of motivational speakers. And so number one thing I do to deal with stress is I get in my car and I drive around with music really, really loud.
She does that a lot. I've heard it.
I do. And it is absolutely a reset for me. I'm a firm believer in like how our circadian rhythm works and how music and sound and beats can help us to kind of regulate our energies and sync up, especially I am prone to misfiring. Like if something happens that I wasn't expecting, I can reach a point where I become very like short and abrupt. My daughters have unfortunately seen that side of me.
It happens.
It does. But getting in the car and listening to music really, really loud is my number one thing. And then after that, I will listen to people who have successfully navigated through to a place that I want to be. Like for me, being able to remain calm is, I feel like when I can master my calm, I'm very comfortable having uncomfortable situations. It does take a lot for me to get out of my calm, but I struggle once I reach that point. So being able to like master that point and stay calm. And so like Les Brown, Tony Robbins are probably two of my favorite that I listen to. Their message really, really resonates with me with basically like stay calm. Everything's okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that leads easily into the next question then.
Okay.
What habits are you trying to quit or form?
A habit I'm trying to quit is being late.
You would never.
I am perpetually late.
You would never.
Quit it? I'm trying.
No, you are. That's not where I was going, but okay.
I am perpetually late. So for me, that's probably the number one thing that the habit that I'm, and then it's procrastinating, which is usually what makes me late. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's going to take me this long to do this long to do this. If I start here, I'll be out the door by here. And life just never holds up its end of that bargain. It's like, oh, well, you forgot about this, and this is going to take 3 minutes later. And by the way, your dog got sick. And oh, your daughter's gotten in a fight, or you tripped over a hoverboard in the hallway and had to walk that one off for 2 minutes, and you didn't plan for that.
Right.
So those are probably the things that I'm trying to quit.
Do you know what I think would help with that?
Huh.
Calmness. A serene paradise in your home, causing nothing but calmness.
There's nothing but calmness.
And then when life happens and you hit your foot on the hoverboard, you still are going to hop around for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But maybe it doesn't quite piss you off as bad.
Yeah. And I can. Yeah. And it's interesting. A lot of people have opinions about women and hormones and temperaments. And in my home, there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
Myself and the 3 girls. And the reality for me, though, that I am recognizing is that one, we look at children as children oftentimes, and they are children, don't get me wrong, but like my girls are amazing and they're smart.
Yeah.
And when I watch them, like they're consistently reacting to me. So my energy level sets the tone
absolutely
for everybody else in the house.
Yeah.
And when I raise the bar and the expectations, they meet them.
They gotta elevate to
They
it.
do.
Yeah.
And it's not even, and girls and their moms, it's hard because it took me 37 years and I have lots of opinions at this time about how I could have done things differently to get here. And at the same time, have to remember that if I hadn't have made those choices, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Yeah.
As parents, we want to save our children from, all of those things. But like when I watch my girls, most of the fear-based parenting that I have, I had no need for it.
That's interesting.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
So even with 4 girls in the house, like we are really working and finding a place where I'm like, it's sanctuary. This has to be sanctuary for us.
Yeah, that's really cool. What is the best gift you've ever received? The best gift.
The best.
And you can't say your children.
Oh. Okay.
The best gift.
I can think there's quite a few. This one here seems to know me really well, Sydney. She made me a coupon book one time that really was, because there was just so much like thought and intention
and how personal.
Yeah. And then there was one time for my birthday that I came home and the girls had made me a cake. And it was, do you remember the cake, Sid? It was like,
she's looking away scared.
It was purple.
Sure why.
Like it was just this beautiful, clearly made by my children, just this amazing cake. And I still think of it every year on my birthday. I'm like, that was the best birthday cake I ever had.
Wow, that's really cool.
I'm very much simple things. Like I like simple gifts, and I like to know that people think about me. One gift that I would love to get for Mother's Day or birthday is one of those videos where my children tell me how much they love me. That would be the best gift I ever would receive.
Well, you're a very sentimental person.
Those are so awkward.
I know.
That you're really sentimental.
I'm hyper sentimental.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just learned something about you. Gosh, now I gotta step up my game.
I guess the whole purpose of this is actually like
realization moment.
Yeah.
I'm not a sentimental person at all, so let me just apologize now for the next 20 years of our lives. I will work on that for you, but I am not a sentimental person. It's just never really been in my blood. I don't know why.
You're gonna end up like, I'm gonna do something that you're gonna be like, I don't know why. My heart.
It touched my heart.
You're like, it's gonna grow 3 sizes that day.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Yep.
What is the best advice that you've ever gotten? Both of you.
So can I ask one other question? Where are we at on time right now as far as the video?
You guys
Clearly
can
cutting
take
this.
separate videos in like 22 minutes.
I'm just
gonna cut out.
There's probably like 3 minutes of stuff that we're gonna cut out.
Okay.
Did you say 3 minutes?
Yeah, there's probably like 3 minutes of stuff we're gonna cut out.
So how about this? We'll let you re-say that question. We'll answer it and then we'll be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have another one?
Not really. I mean, I was just gonna ask.
Okay. So then we'll pick this up and so let's see if we've got a question from the peanut gallery.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Sid, you ready? You're gonna ask the question.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to stop the video?
No. Keep going.
Because we'll just cut it out.
Yep. Okay. Hang on. Let's go back into what we were doing.
Okay.
So we're gonna just go back into the final of that. We'll just be laughing or something.
Okay.
So that was a really good.
No, that was a
good deal.
one. Yeah.
So why don't we see if we have a personal question? Maybe, I don't know. We'll see what she says.
Yeah.
From the peanut gallery over there.
I like it.
Little Sydney, big Sydney. I don't know. You little, you big. I don't know.
She's certainly gotten big.
Sydney. Let's see if she's got a question. You got a question for us, lady?
Actually, I do. What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Jeez.
Piece of advice.
Yes.
Best.
That we've ever been given.
Been given. Piece of advice best been given.
Could be from a teacher or your mom.
Okay. All right. Well, I know that a phrase that I use on a regular basis is people do what they want.
Yeah.
So I guess in a roundabout way, that's probably been some advice. I've used the phrase forever, whether it was in dating or business or whatever it was in. People do what they want. And because of that, I've actually learned that I can't force anybody to change. I can't force anyone to be different. I can't force someone to do something they don't want to do.
True.
And that helps in real estate too. Because I may say, this house is perfect for you. And they may say, no, this isn't even close to what I want.
Right.
And to me, in my mind, I'm like, what are you talking about? This is perfect.
Yeah.
But if that's not what they want, if that's not what they're ready for.
Right.
So that is probably, I know that's not really advice, but it's been something, my mom's the one that told me that. And she usually referred to it in a man way, like men do what they want, which oddly, it helps my current relationship too with Kenny, not just past relationships, but with Kenny, like, oh, he suggested, why don't we go to dinner? He didn't suggest that just because he thought that's what I wanted, like maybe that's what he wants. So let's go to dinner. And no, I don't feel like doing it tonight. Okay, even though that's something I want, maybe he's not ready for going out tonight. People do what they want, regardless if, and that really has helped me grow exponentially, which seems very strange. But if you look at every situation with people do what they want, that realtor that was just rude to me on the phone, she wanted to be rude to me. My decision to react in a specific way was how I wanted to react.
Right.
So it's been, like this morning, I had an agent kind of get snippy with me. And I just kind of stepped up a little bit to her. And then by the end of the conversation, we're laughing, and she realized she couldn't just push me over, and be rude because I'm a strong agent too. She wanted to be rude. I wanted to push back, and then I made sure that I laughed and had fun and made her like me.
Right. Kind
So
of threw it on the other side.
Yeah. So people do what they want. That's the best advice I've ever had.
That's good advice. It's a lot of the things that you said actually align with what I would consider to be the best piece of advice that I have. The number one best piece of advice that I think I have, and my mom basically enforced in my sister and I, not through necessarily just one message, but a consistent number of small messages and scenarios that basically related to do not give a shit what anybody thinks about you. And I know that that's not PC, but it is the truth. Like I know within myself who I am. And so one piece of something that I wrote that I keep close to my heart is, it is my job, it is my responsibility to be the person that I want to be, regardless of what anybody else is doing.
Yeah.
And as long as I know that I'm adhering to those things that are important to me and my values, like I don't care what anybody thinks.
Right.
And there's times that, like sometimes I'll come across maybe a little bit bolder than I intended because my awareness of what other people think is not there. Like I'm not in the room looking around like what are these people going to think about what I say. I'm in there thinking about what the conversation is. I'm thinking about how I feel about it, and then I'm offering my opinion on it, my output. And so that would be, I think, the best piece of advice that I've ever been given is that the truth of the matter is that one, if there is somebody looking at you and thinking like, wow, you're outlandish, or you're, I don't know, like you're too bold, you're too brash, you're too left, you're too right, you're too, whatever it is that they're thinking about you is solely coming from their frame of reference.
Yeah.
Solely coming from their frame of reference, because that's all any of us have the capacity to offer anything from is our frame of reference.
Right.
And so, and then knowing that, like it is, I care about people. I care, like my integrity is something that's very important to me. Honesty is very important to me. If I'm operating within those parameters, I have as much right as anybody else to be here.
Yeah.
It's something like with my girls, I tell them, I'm like, when you walk into a room, you're not better than anybody in that room. I don't care what scenario, you're not better than anybody in that room, but there's not a single person in that room that is better than you.
Right.
And not caring what other people think helps me walk that balance.
Right.
To be like, like everybody here has as much worth and as much value as I have.
Yeah.
Unequivocally, like without question, without variance. But I get to save that same space for myself. It really gives me that confidence to be like, I am as equally valuable as anybody in here. And I don't care how much money they make, how much money they don't make. I don't care what part of the city they come from or what part of the country or what, none of that stuff influences my interactions with a human when I talk to them.
Yeah. And that's kind of interesting because I've always had an attitude of, I don't really care what people think about me either, which has led me to a lot of great and fun adventures. But like, let's take, for instance, when I went to New York City, some people would say, oh, New York City, you've got to be a certain way. I went in there not really caring about what certain way. So I would go into a store and just say hello to people, and they didn't understand what to do. And by the end of it, they were like, wow, you're amazing. We don't meet people like you often. And I would say things that were maybe off cuff, maybe a little off, just in general.
And challenged people's
and
socially acceptable.
And the reason that I did that is some people would say, why do you act like that? Why do you say things like that? Well, first off, are they going to remember you? Okay, technical difficulties. So what I was saying was whenever I go into a store and I say outlandish things or I say things a little off kilter, I look at people when they ask me, why do you say that? Why do you act like that? Why do you grab their attention like that? And I look at them and I say, well, will they remember you? Because I want them to remember me. I want them to next time to see me, they be like, hey, aren't you that crazy Moxie chick that came in and said XYZ in my shop? And I'll be like, I don't know, I guess. I mean, I am. I hope I was okay. I don't remember you. I want people to remember me. So that goes back to what you were saying about the don't give a shit what people think about you. And again, we're not doing it in a bullish way. We're not shoulder checking.
Right.
Like,
We're not expecting people to tolerate rude or disrespectful behavior
Yeah.
because we don't care what they think.
Yeah.
We just acknowledge that, everybody is going out into their day to day. They're worried about themselves. Everybody's over here thinking like everybody's looking at them and worried about what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
And they're not. Are you? Do you go into a place and hyper, like, oh my gosh, those shoes, oh my god,
Yeah.
It's, and even in through observation, because even in through observation, like if that is the case, by and large, wear the outlandish shoes, because then somebody will recognize you, like you just said, because those outlandish shoes were in.
Yeah.
So if you like those shoes, and everybody else thinks they're outlandish, guess what?
Yeah.
People gonna remember you because you're outlandish.
I just want people to remember me in whatever capacity that looks like. If that means I told a guy his tie was fantastic that day and he was brightened up by it, or if I said something crazy to a person that was asking a sales associate a weird question and I made everybody laugh and ease the situation, I just want people to remember me.
Yeah.
So it goes right back to what you were saying, don't care what people think about you.
Be yourself.
Just be who you are. So there's our advice.
Yep.
Don't care or don't give a crap what people think.
Don't care what people think.
And people are gonna do what they want.
They are.
Period.
Regardless, because the only person any of us have any control over
Is
ourselves. So on that note, Miss
True
Moxie,
story.
it's always a pleasure.
Yeah,
I will
this
see
was
you
great.
next week.
Yeah.
It always is.
getting to know Heather, learn a little bit about you.
Oh.
Thanks, Sydney.
Thank you.
Again,
Yes, it was
yes.
nice to meet Sydney as well.
Yes.
You will be seeing more of her. And until next week,
Okay.
Massive
Bye, guys.
Action. We're out.
Bye, guys. See ya.